Welcome back to another ranked Alistar game. We are playing with Caitlyn in the bot lane and we are up against Vayne Brand. Notice that Vayne has Ghost and Flash instead of Barrier and Flash, which is much more typical for ADCs like my Caitlyn's running Flash and Heal. It's much more consistent, a much more consistent spell combination because of the utility that you get from Barrier and Heal. More so with Heal, there's more utility with Heal because you get movement speed in addition to the heal itself. While with Barrier you get a lower cooldown. But this Vayne has Ghost instead of Barrier or Heal, which does make sense in the context of her ultimate. It gives her, using Ghost with her ultimate can be extremely effective. We're taking some poke here for free, so we need to be careful about not taking that poke. We don't want Brand to get free W's on us, so we are going to be very careful about that and try to use our relic stacks smartly and carefully. The main thing is to not, we can walk up and then try to bait his W. He could have W'd us there. I'm pretty sure his W was off cooldown, or it was almost off cooldown. I think it has around a 10-second cooldown. I could be wrong, could be more like 8. Anyway, you can move, we can move up and down and just kind of walk into range and then out of range and then bait it. So we're freezing, or not really freezing the wave, but holding the wave. I held the wave there so that it would be easier for Caitlyn to CS instead of letting the wave crash into our turret, and then putting our ward down here in the river to see if their jungler rotates to the river to get Scuttle. Brand is really, he's good early game, but it's really hard to make him work in my opinion as a support, like really hard, because he is so squishy. He dies very, very easily, and he needs items to be strong, meaning he needs to get takedowns, especially, or kills, especially as a support, because he's not going to get money from CSing. So we saw Mumu on the map, so we know for a fact that he started top side and then he rotated bot. So we have that information. We know his pathing just from the fact that he showed in river right now. He started top side. Maybe he went Raptors and then red and then Krugs, or he could have started Krugs, then went red, Raptors, and rotated down. He might have done a full clear, but I don't think so. Like a full clear on both sides of the jungle, that is. But regardless, he started topside. Maybe he did 2 camps, and then okay, let's see what we can do. Brand is squishy, like I said. Nice. We're getting low here. Just walk in a straight line to cover as much distance as possible. And the Vayne was not able to get us there, so really good how we turned that around, that gank around. Dragon's coming up. Usually I like to recall, get 2 pinks, and then put at least 1 pink in the dragon pit before dragon spawns, but I just haven't had the time to do that this game. So we'll go back now and then buy boots, 2 pinks, and then put a pink down in the dragon pit. You see the problem with Brand, again, he's so squishy. When he's caught out of position, and he doesn't even have to really be out of position, just kind of in a bad spot, he can get messed up so easily. Don't know what the Volibear is doing though, like seriously, it's very unnecessary to go that hard on Brand. And for that exact reason, you try to secure the kill and then you just end up putting yourself in a bad position, like deep in the enemy jungle, and then you die for free, and then they might get an objective from that, like for grubs or dragons. So that's why really unnecessary volleyball to do that. Let's rotate up to check grubs. We don't want to give them grubs. We don't want to give the enemy anything for free. We need to contest everything. And don't want them to have the scryers because it gives them vision. So might as well just remove it. I've seen supports in all ELOs make this mistake, but they don't do what I just did. They leave scryers, which is a huge mistake. I don't care if you're challenger, you're high diamond, low diamond, emerald, gold. It's a mistake to leave scryers and just give the enemy team that resource for free. Like if you're moving, if you're close to it, just remove it. We got a nice assist there. This is looking good. Let's push the wave in. Okay, so Brand is rotating. Not sure if that really makes any sense. Brand's rotations and roaming is just not strong. I mean, that's why you play something like Alistar, something more tanky, because you have those very strong roams. Because you're tanky, you can actually go in and make plays. But Brand, it's different, because you are so squishy. And here we see the issue. Yeah, he's so vulnerable. Just Wing Yone out of the fight so he can't do any damage. We got our Q. Nice. Dragon is up. We could go for Dragon. We could gank bot. Because Vayne is pushed up. I have Caitlyn with me. But they have vision there, so let's just back off for now. And we have vision in the dragon pit, so we know for a fact that they're not on dragon. They're not trying to do anything sneaky. That's why that ward in the dragon pit is so important. That pink just gives you that safety, that security, that nothing fishy is going on. Here is where you start to see that Brand is just kind of useless as a support. I mean, he has no dashes, he has no crazy abilities. It's pretty straightforward. He has to play very accurately and roam at just the right time and move in just the right way for him to work. And that's why it's so hard to make him work. With Alistar, at least, you have a gap closer with the W. Okay, let's see if we can go in here and do something. But Yasuo was not rotating. He focused on pushing mid, so we couldn't really do anything. We couldn't really go in there. We would just die. Even with our ultimate, we would just die for free. So it didn't make sense to go in. If Yasuo had rotated sooner, it would be different. Yeah, that's my bad. Yeah, I burned flash, that's my bad. Rotating like that and face checking. You never want to face check when you don't have vision. You need vision. Or if you don't have vision and you want to put deep vision into the enemy jungle, you need to make sure that you can see them on the map first. So I made that mistake and I had to burn flash for it, so that's on me 100%.
An enemy has been slain.
Amumu is mid. We are building towards Seeks. It has MR and it has armor, and it synergizes extremely well with our ultimate, so Seeks is often a first buy for Alistar after Boots, in my opinion. That's how I built him. Boots first and then an item. Yeah, this Amumu, I don't know what he's doing. The ward in the middle of the lane lets us catch rotations. Many people in lower ELOs, meaning even in Emerald I would say, which I would consider to be high ELO. Okay, let's see if we can use Hex Flash here, and then WJ's forward. Even people in higher ELOs like Emerald or high plat, they don't understand the lane rules. Okay, let's... Okay, here we see Brand. He's so vulnerable. He just has no abilities that let him... Oh, there we go. Yeah, the synergy between Yasuo and Alistar is obviously very, very strong. Yeah, this is... My team is playing well and the enemy team is not. Like, the way that they're playing, and the fact that they stood grouped like that against an Alistar, you never want to be grouped as a team and stand in like a cluster the way that they did, because all I need to do is just walk up to them and then press Q. Let's see if we can do this again. X-Flash. There we go. So again, this lane ward, people in even Emerald or Platinum, and maybe even in Diamond, they don't understand that the lane ward gives you vision specifically to catch locations, and that's why it's so good. It's such a powerful ward. Just warding deep in the lane, like in front of the turret, outside of the turret, the enemy turret range, because you can see where they're going. If they're rotating to the jungle or just maybe recalling, for example.
Killing spree.
Everything is going pretty smoothly this game. Everything is pretty easy. Again, the enemy team is definitely not playing well, and my team is... I mean, we're all playing together, so... Okay, Vayne is bot alone. We have our ultimate, so we can definitely gank Vayne with no hesitation. Again, Squires, remove it, and then again. Yeah, this Vayne is not playing well at all. So just wait for her to use her E first, and then just give Caitlyn the kill. Yeah, with Vayne it's very simple as Alistar. You just wait for her to use the E. Don't use your W. Don't even use your Q. Only use your E, and then wait for the chains, and then use your auto attack to stun her. Then use the rest of your abilities. If she does use her E before you get that auto off to stun her, then you have your W to gap close and get in on her. And movement is showing, Diamond's coming up. Volibear coming, Caitlyn rotating. You can do something there. Waiting for cooldowns. Q's up, W's up.
Shut down.
But my team died. Not good. We can't push mid. Just get priority mid. Deal damage to the turret. If they do go for a dragon. Don't know why this Caitlyn is recalling this position. Doesn't make any sense to me. And we can just get a lot of free damage off on the turret. Well, it's not really free, I guess, not because we are taking dragon, but still. So they are getting dragon, but we did at least get a turret, and we pushed in the wave, so that's something. We got something back. Brand is top. Vayne showing mid. Yasuo is bot. If someone shows bot, we could maybe make a play. But we don't have our R yet. We need our R to make a tower dive work. And Herald is spawning. So that's something to think about. Maybe just go back. But first make sure that Yasuo secures the turret. And my team needs to look at Herald. We can't just give that away for free.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Just kind of waiting to see what the enemy team decides to do or not do. So I mean, they're not even trying to contest the towers. If you want to win games, you have to contest. Like, and now Brand is showing bot side, Bane is bot side. They're basically telling us, go ahead, take care of. And that's exactly what we did. So let's help our team. Waiting for Q. Yeah, this Brand, what was that? Giving him my passive if he gets the kill. I think Brand actually, if he didn't auto there, he could have survived. All he had to do was just continue to walk. I'm pretty sure he would have survived. So that was Brand's mistake. He didn't need to auto. He also was getting turret. The bot turret. We could stand here in the brush and see if Jace decides to continue pushing and then maybe make a play, but looks like he's backing off, which he should. Trundle does a TP, so let's just go back and buy and replenish wards.
Now I'm angry.
Galar is generally a good buy against AoE abilities like Brand's R. And also Amumu's ultimate gives my team or whoever is closest to me, a teammate, a shield. So, but you have to remember to use that active. It's so important to use the active. There's no point in buying any ability that has an active if you don't use the active. And for people just starting out and even more experienced players, they often just forget in the heat of the moment to actually activate the ability of the item that they bought. So that's something really important to keep in mind. Dragon is coming in. Putting a ward over the wall just to see if they use the Hex Gate. Okay, yeah, I mean, my team is crushing their team. That's what's happening. We have our ultimate. We have flash, but yeah, we don't even need to use anything. Yeah, now it's just kind of like a slow burn, where it looks like we're just going to continue to win. I mean, just look at Yasuo, how far he's pushed up. Jace is dead. Yone dead. Yeah, this is pretty easy. Atakon is up, and Dragon is also up, so we should get Dragon and then maybe get Atakon. Again, we have flash, we could go in here. Okay, she used her E. Okay. Yeah, we went a bit too deep there. Yeah, that's on us. Just going way too deep. Talcon is up. Yone pushing bot. Someone should defend that. Trundle does not have his TP yet, but pretty soon he should go bot and defend. Kate can cover mid. Yeah, we're just giving Yone this turret for free, not good. I do want to make the most of this Herald and not just let them kill it for free without getting any damage off on the turret. Let's see if Vayne is here. No, she backed up. Baron? Okay, so yeah, so just waiting for my teammates. Nice. And we still have Herald. I mean, the enemy team is playing very poorly. We are really tanky, so we can just tank the turret for days easily.
Has destroyed a turret. An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Just used my sweeper, so we know that they don't have vision. Again, my team is just crushing them and they are just playing very poorly. They're not contesting anything and they are, the enemy team is always out of position. Like, I don't know what they're thinking. If they really think that they can win games by playing like this, they can't. Baron is coming up in 47 seconds. So might as well just prep for that. To close out games, Baron is invaluable. Makes it so much easier to close out games if you have Baron. If you don't have Baron, you want to close out a game, it requires a lot more coordination and a lot more care and tact. And in solo queue, tact is just generally missing. Just waiting for Baron. I'm waiting for Volleyball to come join us. Okay, Trundle is coming. But Volibear is not. They're fighting a Mumu. Yasuo and Volibear.
An enemy has been slain.
We have Flash. Okay, double kill. Yeah, this is just too easy. Okay, that was my bad. I flashed in. Vayne was right there. That was kind of a disrespect play. Like, pretty disrespectful, like, just, okay,
A
GG.
summoner